chicks dressed as comedy. Who's outraged? Who's doubling down? The GGHOP is here to turn it all around with an ancient idea called having fun. Sounds a little scary, stick around, don't run. In the next 60 minutes, begging you to try. Open up your echo chamber and ditch your tribe. There's just one mission by which we're led, to put a big fat smile upon your head. The song is almost done, time to stop the show, but there might be something left that you'd like to know. What's GGHOP mean? It's your right to ask. The guaranteed, genuine, honest to goodness 1 hour podcast. Good morning. It is Friday, March. I just looked at it. 8th or 9th or 7th or let me look at it again. That's 8th. Very well prepared here. It's the GGHOP market right here on all the signs there. That's okay. And James Swinford.
Morning.
He's back. He's ready for Friday.
Is this Ides of March? Or was that the 7th? I can't
That's
remember.
like I thought it was like the 13th.
Something like that.
Good. No, we don't. Okay. Ready? Extinction crisis. Recent headlines about camembert's imminent death due to a fungal crisis have caused panic among fans of this historic fromage. That's for long-term consequences of cheese singles. From Sky News, a quick-thinking pilot delivered a baby mid-flight. Oh, wait, sorry. That's for you, Gibson. Makes you laugh then. Sky News, a quick-thinking pilot delivered a baby mid-flight after the mother suddenly went into labor. I've been a pilot for 18 years, and I just help a newborn baby on the plane, said the pilot on an Instagram post, sharing the image of himself holding the little baby. The father of one also said the crew had nicknamed the child Sky Baby. And in a waste not, want not twist, because this was on a Vietjet flight from Taipei to Bangkok, Karen, I know you're big into this, the placenta was equally portioned for all the passengers to consume. From the New York Post, excruciating itchiness upon contact with water. When Lauren Montefusco showers, she experiences intense itching, which can last. Found that her water heater limiter would report 6 people were arrested in New York on Tuesday on charges of illegally importing goose and duck intestines from China, in some cases by hiding them under the packaged rattlesnakes. They then transported the restricted food items from China to California, then on to New York, where they were sold to customers, including restaurants, authorities said in a complaint Monday. But, let's face it, folks. When you're going to have authentic Chinese duck soup, isn't it the greasy container with mold and products making its way from China days after days into the New York metro area, buried under a rattlesnake's taste that makes the soup?
Right.
From The Week, a new study has found that despite popular belief, people may not get beer goggles after having a few drinks. Researchers in California have found that consuming a few alcoholic drinks does not make others seem more attractive. Yet scientists are baffled as how it does seem to make Waffle House IHOP nut soon to be ready in a bolts and fasteners company in Humble, Texas. Okay, the size of the nut will be 16 feet from flat side to flat side and 18 feet from point to point. And what's even more impressive is the team of over 60 men it takes to continually adjust and scratch the nut every 5 minutes. From Indie TV, last one. Here we go. And he has a way with words. He's captured social media's attention a few weeks ago, and he was awarded a YouTube Silver Play button, which the boy then parlayed into a slew of 2024 Super Bowl champion San Francisco 49ers hats, shirts, and hoodies. And that's it.
What was his name?
Mohammed Shiraz.
Mohammed Shiraz.
Now, I was reading some of these jokes yesterday to my wife, and I had to explain that one.
Why?
The one about what he traded. I looked it up. Here's something interesting about this vlogger from Pakistan. It also says this. Okay, he's known as the youngest vlogger in Pakistan and films random videos about his family, daily life, and neighborhood updates. Shiraz comes from Kapula, a beautiful city in Pakistan's northern Gilgit Bastion region, surrounded by snowy mountains. Here's the weird part. He shares his daily vlogs on his channel, Shirazi Village Vlogs. A little girl named Muskan likely... So this Indie TV is from India? Well, shit, man. If you can't even watch him and know if it's his sister or not, what the fuck am I supposed to do? I mean, have you not watched it? Why wouldn't you say Muskan is his sister? Is not his sister? I can't even speak. I'm depending on you to tell me. I have no idea what this little kid's saying. He seems like he's having fun, but he's in like this little mountain town, and then before you know it, he seems like he's kind of yelling at kids. I don't know if it's a joke.
And he traded it for 49ers gear?
No, that was a total joke. That's the joke part.
Oh.
Was that Karen before the Super Bowl, they print them both, and then the loser one they send out to other countries, and people wear these. So yeah, I'm just saying in Pakistan.
Those usually
It's not over there. It's pretty big. That's giant.
Trunk line.
Yeah, that's
Trunk
huge.
line, the oil gets piped.
What the hell would that be for? Battleship?
The hex nut.
Yeah.
They just wanted to make the largest hex nut, which is like a
That's
world
fucking
record.
waste.
They just wanted to do it. Everything's bigger in Texas. Good stuff. Beer goggles.
Doesn't exist.
Beer goggles doesn't
I think
exist.
if anything, it makes you more confident of yourself.
Yeah, it lowers your inhibitions.
Yeah.
It's not a vision thing. That's always just been I don't know, like an old phrase. Yeah.
Well,
It's a turn of phrase more than anything.
inhibitions.
Yeah.
It says consuming a few alcohol drinks does not make others seem more attractive. It may give people the courage to approach those they've already found attractive, and it frees us from our preoccupation with rejection.
Lowers your judgment.
Yes, and it tells you. There's another one too in Veritas in Vino, which means truth in wine. So the more you drink, the crazy guy delivering the baby on a plane. But I think that happens quite often.
I was gonna say it probably happens all the time, doesn't it?
It happens pretty often, but then researching this story, if you are a pregnant woman and you go to they ask you,
Why?
yep, they just tell you not to even try it. And
Well, if the baby didn't live, they wouldn't have made it a story.
no. Oh, jeez, that would be the other way.
Oh,
Then they probably would have headed to the New York
I'm
restaurant
just saying.
with the duck, goose,
Oh,
intestines.
no,
It's
no.
probably meat. You
For
wanna eat it.
what? What the fuck is that in?
It's going to Chinese restaurants, goose and duck intestines from China. Like, can you not just grow them?
Chinese restaurant eating a bunch of fucking intestinal truck garbage.
Oof.
I found a guy that's on YouTube and talking about China. He used to live in China and makes videos. And this is I think we read this a long time ago, but I saw a video the other day, and they call it anymore. And so they sit out in front of this lady, and she's out ladling all this back into it. And the guy's like, hey, don't think this is in the middle of some ghetto, because right behind her is a
Get some Chinese for lunch.
rancid oil, and it looks like brie,
Okay.
like the brie style.
I don't-
It's like blue cheese a little bit,
No.
but that stuff is not
I'm
for
out.
me.
Scary.
But the good news is too, it's a little bit of fun in the story. That story was actually about how the cheese mold is like not changing, but then other people are like, no, actually we've got plenty of it over here. It's
What, one molecule away?
away from being
Gear grease.
industrial building product,
Yeah.
spackle. Yeah, so that's it. That's the big fun. There we go. A lot of fun. So I want to talk about today, and we're also I almost forgot. We're sponsored by Frankfurt Beer Works. It's like a guy giving a state of the dress speech. So corn pop. Let's
State
see.
of address speech. That's even funnier.
Yeah. Let's see here. It's I want to talk about this because you're Catholic.
Okay.
My wife is Catholic.
Yep.
My child.
It starts on Ash Wednesday.
And people know Ash Wednesday because
You receive the ashes.
there we go.
That's when your friends come to work with dirty.
Pizza
They all
every
start
Friday.
joining me and eating fish on Friday, like I did all the time, and
Yeah.
didn't know that it was because half of my friends were Catholic, but when they just ate fish all the time, and I was like, wow, it's
Because it's just Lent is still a time for people who are Baptist or
Oh,
other
yeah.
one too, but
Yeah.
Catholics will
Well,
like the meat,
just things you
like fish
do.
on Fridays. Do you
Fish
think
on
that's pretty much just a
Friday.
cat? Like if you're Baptist, do people probably do that if they're because
Yeah.
there'll still be plenty of fish around. Like
Yeah.
it could be something you could eat.
Yeah.
And you would know more too.
we got to get these fuckers to take a day off pasta.
Yeah, stop it. So
But you can still have pasta with
That's
it.
right.
you
Yeah,
could,
that's
you
true.
could. That's
Yeah.
that's fine as long as it's
Yeah.
not meat. So you start on Wednesday.
The month of
Then that day, do you decide that day? Because usually for Lent, you're supposed to give something up. Do you decide that day? Are you supposed to come in with it ready? Like, what do you do?
you
Okay.
know, bowl of meat.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
Died. He just
You
died.
gave up on chicken.
He just gave it up.
Had to be
Things
giving
that-
something
How
up.
how long is this for?
40 days.
40
40
days.
days.
40 days, 40 nights.
Is this Noah related?
Is that
No, Jesus related. Easter.
Okay, that's the day that it
Yeah,
comes to a close.
Yeah, it comes to a close Palm Sunday.
And the real restrictions are just the main ones are the meat. That's the overarching one on Friday. Just
Yeah.
on Friday during
Well,
Lent.
and it's also about denying something, like
Pleasurable.
denying a pleasure or
Yeah.
denying something. So people can give up beer. Some people give up,
What?
more
Catholics giving
simple.
up drinking?
yeah, they
Well,
can.
not all of them. Easy there, James. No, there's
Maybe
plenty of
not.
things we can give up. I got a list right here. Let's not get.
I'm
Maybe
just gonna
not
start
this
breaking
house.
out all these
That's-
80s sitcom stereotypes.
Been really weird, so I'm just gonna try and survive it. at
Just
this
giving up
point.
Lent for Lent.
Yeah,
Oh, there we go.
I'm not giving up Lent for Lent.
No,
I just,
you wouldn't do that.
yeah,
That's okay.
Or
You
I'm-
can do that.
yeah.
And that's
She's pre-sacrificed.
okay.
yeah, yeah.
You
there
do
you go.
enough sacrificing all year. You spend an hour, 3 hours a week with this.
Yeah.
That's good
Yeah,
enough.
that's pretty close.
Listen
That's
to Bill's dirty talk.
Yeah,
that's-
my God.
Yeah.
I mean, my goodness. What am I doing? I shouldn't say that.
My
Okay.
goodness.
So I went to find. I know we're a little late. We're about halfway through, right?
Yeah.
Lent. Are we about halfway through? Okay, so about halfway through, but some ideas of things to give up for Lent. So maybe, you could. So even if you had forgotten, you could still get on board, and it'd still be fun. So I went to a few different sites, and I found some. I went to one and and so this person was just have like one egg. If you're gonna have orange juice, have water instead. And I told that to Karen, and your response was,
That's lame.
okay. It was on some like new Catholic
Yeah, that's
cutting edge website.
that's like-
Okay,
yeah.
obviously doesn't fit. Now
I
the
mean,
one
it's
I
not horribly lame, but it's just get real.
The
from
Lent-
somebody that didn't
Lent-
know, I was like, oh, I get
Yeah,
it.
like the Lent for Dummies book.
Yeah, there we
Yeah,
go.
yeah.
Lent for dummies. Well, if somebody doesn't know, I looked at it, I'm like, oh, I get it. You're kind of like sacrificing, whatever. And then I tell you, and you're like, oh, that's so dumb.
You're
That's
sacrificing waffles.
stupid.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, I didn't know. That's I'm good. Well, here's another site that I did print them off. Okay, and we'll go through them quick. There's a lot of them. It's the Ave Maria Press. Ave Maria Press. Yeah, so this is from a school, and this is like more for like a lesson for kids.
Yeah, like a
but like high
class
school
or-
kids. Okay,
Yeah.
this is like a high school kids. Before I read this list, 40 things to give up for Lent. Okay,
cigarettes.
Is
Probably
gossip that bad nowadays? What the fuck?
it
Can
could be
be.
bad, or just doing gossip, probably too. Swearing,
Fuck that.
Good
fucking
luck.
cool it. Getting high,
Fuck
Well,
that.
that's a problem.
dude. But just for 40 days though.
Yeah, fuck that.
Well, that'd be all right. Because at the end of the 40 days, man, you're gonna be
You got a
down when you
big-ass
take one whiff of
party.
that stuff. Man.
4 days is fine enough.
4 days is too much. No good. Texting and driving, that's good for.
Well, yeah.
Don't do that
duh.
any-
I don't really do that anyway. Yeah,
I
Don't
should.
fucking text and drive.
you can talk to Siri.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't text and drive. Snapchat, Instagram. That's
There have
both
been
on here.
people
Yeah,
that
because we're 12.
Reddit, and I'm like, Jesus, like this. Whoops. Well, I'm not Catholic. I can say. But I was like, man, oh man,
Mary.
darn it, yeah, like Peter. And I was like, this is horrible, like for adults. And then I realized it's plagiarizing a report. So I'm like, man,
Oh.
adult man, grow up. What are you doing?
Yeah.
It's for high school kids, even then too. Stop it. Quit pissing around.
For all our high school viewers.
Yes, but that's what it's for. Cheating on a test, so don't cheat. It's probably a good one. There's one I have trouble with, like pornography.
Fuck that.
Can't do it for 40 days. Couldn't do it. Missing mass.
Yeah, that's a good one.
What's up with that? Is there like a rule? Is there like a point system, like a job? Like if you miss like 10, like they start to. Do they say stuff to you
Cut
if
off
they
the
notice?
braces.
Catholic demerits.
No, you're not supposed to miss mass, period.
But if you were in a
And if
smaller,
you do miss mass, then you need to go to confession before you can go to mass.
Man.
if you were in a smaller though Catholic church though, would they like wonder where you are? I mean, would they maybe
Depends
contact
on
you and like where?
don't come back. They might worry you're dead, or
Well, it's good if they check on you.
yeah, the people check on you.
I'm not going to tell it on air, but afterwards, well, I'll tell you later. I have a great checking on old people story I told Michael this morning, which is amazing. Okay, missing family functions.
Don't miss it.
Yeah, don't be.
Family functions for Lent.
Yeah, I'm doing
that's
that for
good.
40 days.
That's good.
I've done it for about 20 years. It's been all right.
Driving, some of that might be hard. I mean, I
What?
guess- Well, I
Yeah.
suppose if you live in a small town, you could walk to school or something, or drive less. I suppose.
I don't know.
Yeah, whatever.
What in the eco-friendly are they talking about?
Headphones. I think that just means to like Just don't be sitting there around your family with them on all. Be present.
Yeah.
Right? Not necessarily.
Yeah.
The headphones
Put your
are evil.
Discman away.
Put your Discman, boy. Put your docking away, kid. Cliquish behavior. That's definitely the high school stuff.
That's the
Yeah.
gossipy crap.
Not exercising, so you should exercise. Probably good. Provocative dancing. I'm sorry, this one came
Good luck
from
with that.
Footloose.com.
I was just getting ready to say this one. This must be from Footloose. There, the
I
kids.
can't remember Kevin Bacon's
The
parents.
kids just
in
want to
that, but
dance. Oh, here's another one.
We
No
just want a
chance.
barn dance.
I just want a
Not
barn
just dance. We want a barn
No
dance.
shit. Kevin Bacon needs room. Watch the movie. This one's impossible. Masturbation.
40 days.
Couldn't do that for 40 days. Could you do that for 40 days?
Absolutely.
You,
I
or
have
you
a
could.
husband that takes care of me.
Oh, okay.
I don't need that.
Yeah. I don't have a husband that takes care of me like you.
We could start a search.
I think my wife gave up sex for Lent 20 years ago.
That could,
I need
Oh, I
help.
thought it said 40 years.
Exactly. Yes. It's sex well over 3 times.
We make it to our 60s. You're in for a
Been
heyday.
amazing. I have a journal entry for each time we've done it. It's amazing stuff. I'm like fucking Anne Frank, man. I mean, it's intense reading.
I know. I mean, but
Maybe
I
it's
mean,
European
just-
students. I don't know.
Quit getting Mad Dog from the VP. Yeah.
Mad Dog 2020.
Mad Dog from the VP.
That's what the vice
man.
president.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that would have been like way back in the day. Nobody watches TV.
yeah,
anymore.
TV's kind of Netflix. We'll say HBO Max. Music with sexual or violent lyrics.
Oh
Good
my
luck.
God. Yeah.
Can't handle it.
What the hell would I be listening
Can't handle it. Arguing, like with your parents, probably. It's like kind
I
of cool.
think
That.
that'd be difficult too.
Disobeying parents. That's the next one. Then I have here, because I thought it was the last on the list, and we were going to do this very last, daylight savings time, which just incidentally we'll be bitching about on Monday. And on Monday, careful, because I won't be myself. It throws me off. Not good for about 3 days. Maybe by Wednesday or next Friday, the smiling countenance will come back. and I'll
Maybe
be
you-
happy.
we could
Until
find-
then, I'm fucking pissed.
We get a guest that'll align your chakras or something and bring in some stones or something to get you right.
Not interested. I won't find any of it funny. I'm going to be very angry Monday. And I'm not kidding. I don't like it. Belittling other people. That's always good. Leave people alone,
Gaslighting.
for God's sakes. Ignoring. Okay, this is ignoring a cigarette. Ignoring a classmate. To a D minus.
Right.
Skipping a day of prayer. You're supposed to pray every day. Correct? No?
Yeah.
I mean, shouldn't you? Are you supposed to? I'm
Yeah.
asking you.
Yes.
At least
I mean,
if you're before a meal, even.
But
I mean,
some-
aren't you?
oh, yeah.
Just little something,
Absolutely.
right? Yeah.
I
So-
told you the year it's been a difficult year.
Sure. No,
So
I'm just
like,
asking, but generally, not
sometimes
you.
God and I don't agree, and
Yeah, no problem.
you know,
Hey, you can
We're having
disagree with
discussions.
Ave Maria Press.
The religious playbooks are all complicated sometimes.
yeah,
tricky.
they are. They
Selfies.
can
Cool out on the selfies, it
be.
says.
Oh Lord,
Yep.
good luck.
Yeah.
Buying new clothes. I think you can handle that for 40 days, man.
I would hope
That's
so.
not much. Come on. Soda. Nope.
This is
I don't
lame.
drink
do it.
soda anyway.
I do. Can't. Being in a hurry. Learn to slow down. Which is
Shit.
hilarious because the next one's
Happy medium.
fried foods.
Fucking out.
Nah.
Yeah, fuck that.
Can't handle it. Forgetting to call grandma.
Oh wow.
Why? Yeah.
She's 6 feet under there. What are you
Yeah.
gonna do over here?
Yeah.
Ungratefulness. That's good anytime. Hopelessness. Give up on the hopelessness.
That's like telling somebody to quit being depressed. Like that helps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I also had to quit masturbating and drinking and smoking cigarettes.
Yeah.
So I kind of fucking got
The
depressed.
hopelessness is starting to set in.
Damn it. Oh, here we go. Too much sleep. And the next one, quit sleep. Too little sleep. Quit sleeping. Wake up.
Yeah.
Slow it down.
Yeah,
Meanness. Just general meanness.
that'd be nice.
Yeah.
I've gotten better.
And you have. And the last one, chocolate.
Chocolate. yeah.
Chocolate. Ease
That's
up on the
triple.
chocolate.
So I'll tell
Is that
you
easy for you?
quick what I did. I
Yeah.
used to teach a confirmation class at church,
Mhm.
which is a
And what is confirmation?
class that it's young adults that are high school students that are getting confirmed in their faith, their Catholic faith. You know, saying that they're gonna participate in mass and just be confirmed Catholic.
And generally, do they get a nice white dress and a party on their confirmation?
Probably.
Okay.
Well, actually, that's more
Billy
of a
Joel.
quinceanera.
Is there like a
But-
big stamp and like parchment paper and like a whole thing.
Pretty close.
Really?
Yeah, it's a big thing. It's a cool thing, big thing. I think a lot of parents really shove their kids through it when
Cut
their
your
kids
foreskin
may
off.
not be
Don't they cut
interested.
foreskin off?
That's like every religion, though.
Yeah.
Parents are.
What?
Oh, wait, that's Jewish. Cut the foreskin
Anyway,
off. Oh, sorry.
But what I'm getting
The
at
confirmation
is
class is about getting ready for.
getting ready
yeah.
for faith in the rest of your life. But my project for Lent is I got like one of those under the bed boxes and filled it with dirt and sand. And then I got parchment paper, really thin parchment paper. And I got all these little cactuses. Really cool, like really neat cactuses.
Cacti.
And then each student wrote a little something, whether it was something that they're struggling with or whatever, just something important to them. Nobody gets to see it. And they write it on this piece of parchment paper and they fold it up and put it in the dirt. And then they pick their cactus and put it on there. And then we decorate the whole thing.
Yes.
And by the end of Lent, the end of 40 days, they dig up their cactus to take home and the paper's disintegrated.
Ah, well done.
I still have students that have their cactuses.
Really?
Yeah.
They took them home and
Yeah,
grew them up.
they
And
just grow big little fuckers.
was it weird though? Like, so they've all put them in under the cacti. Was it weird though to bring that box back home and then and put it under your bed and have wild unbridled sex on top of all that?
I think I left it in the
Oh, you
closet
left it at
for-
church. I thought you then brought it back and put it under your bed.
No,
And then ka-thunk, 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 and then like
No, but
that's what ruined the paper is
Yeah.
pulverizing. of
No,
these-
but
okay.
it's funny like trying to put those cactus in the dirt and all that because they're very spiny, and so you're like shit.
Oh.
You're trying not to cuss.
Well, don't give
while
up
you're-
cussing.
Yeah. There you
That,
go.
well done. How many did you have to put in there? Yeah. Like you will be soon,
Right.
which is what
Yeah.
it's about.
Yeah.
Ashes to
From-
ashes, funk to funky. We get out of here.
Very, very. Yep.
Okay.
So it's halftime.
So it's about halftime.
Pew, 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 pew.
Well, we want to before we go.
Your halftime show brought to you by Wilson's Farm Market.
Here's Usher.
Here's Usher. Here's Usher's titties.
Yeah. Wilson Farm Market, he sponsors all this stuff about placenta eating and stuff. He is all for it.
Remember, eat them. Don't take them to school.
That's right. That's right, Karen. Karen. That's why I did the placenta joke for you. Wilson Farm Market on US 31, fried chicken, tasty treats. It's supposed to be rainy and crappy all weekend, so a good weekend to sit inside, sit on your fat ass and eat. So,
Try some shit.
boop, boop, go here and eat the food, grab the stuff, candies, donuts,
Get you some livers.
fudge,
Yeah. All
cookies,
those things you gave up. for Lent.
livers. Yeah, no, do not give up Wilson Farm Market for Lent, or you'll go straight to hell.
Just go there and avoid temptation.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I think it's like in Ezekiel 4 or something. It's like, thou shalt not go
Yeah.
to Wilson's Farm
It
Market.
says
It's
stay off the
super
fucking
important.
marmalade.
Yeah. They got their start over in the Middle East. They were big in that. Yeah. Their first shop was in Dark Gethsemane. See that? I know some church stuff.
Ooh, look
2
at
points
you.
for me.
Yeah.
Very good. Wilson Farm Market. Check them out. Thank you, Scott Wilson. Now you're leaving. You've got to go somewhere today. You're not, thankfully today, you're not washing any parents or de-stickifying a couch. Well, some days you have to wash a parent. You've told me that before. That's okay. And we're glad you watch. Thank you. But you've got to take your son. Your son, we found, he was here the other day. He's injured.
Yeah,
he was
he's
here.
injured.
We saw it, and it's a little more serious than
Yeah.
got to get some surgery on the arm.
Yeah.
Well, that's okay. His first surgery ever,
Bummer. Yeah.
but it'll be okay. It's in and out, right? About an hour or so. He comes home today. I mean, right?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Broken arm kind of thing. 3 months, no right arm.
Right.
He's right-handed.
Yeah.
Like I said, hello, stranger.
Shut up.
What?
I don't know what you're getting ready to say, but it looked bad.
No, I'm just saying, like
I said hello,
if
stranger.
that's his writing arm. Like he's kind of like gonna have to learn to
Uh-huh.
do everything left-handed now. So
Yeah.
that'd be fun though. Might make him ambidextrous.
Yeah.
But he might. Mom, I need help wiping.
I don't think he would do that.
No, you wouldn't.
I
do
know he
that.
wouldn't do that.
He
He'd
wouldn't
rather
do
walk around, smell like shit.
Okay. Well then.
I don't think he'd do that.
Hold on. Let me correct. Belittling children was not on your
For Lent,
Lent
yeah.
list. Okay.
I gotta
Karen,
go.
You gotta get out of here. Well,
All
thanks,
right.
Karen.
Peace out.
We'll see you Monday. Will you be around Monday? You gonna come back?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's gonna be earlier. It's gonna suck. Sorry.
Are you kidding? I'll be up.
Fucking not looking at
GGHOP will be live at 10 on.
Yeah. We're not doing the time. We're just gonna do what we want. Yeah.
Okay.
We'll show up at 11, whatever. No, it's okay. We'll see you Monday.
Okay. Bye.
Okay. Bye. You can leave. It's not like a major.
Not awkward.
We can make a big deal out of it.
It's
and-
informal.
Yeah, it's totally cool. Oh, see you, Karen.
Have a good
Good
one,
luck,
Karen.
Adam.
Be safe.
Tell him chin up. Don't smell like shit. Wash yourself.
You ever,
Now-
you ever broken any bones?
Let's see. No, but I did sprain an ankle once really, really bad. And no one believed me that I had any injury. So I had to hobble home like a half block. And then my parents had the TV turned up and I had to crawl up the steps to the door and knock on the door on my stomach to get help back up.
Nice.
Yeah. How about you? You snap anything?
I've never broken a bone. I've dislocated a little bit of everything. I've
Mm.
dislocated like half my fingers. I've dislocated my kneecap twice on my left side.
Damn.
Ankles. I've fucked all my ankles up just multiple times. A buddy tried to do the double jump on the trampoline.
Yeah.
Came straight down on my toes on the left hand side, or actually his right hand side, and my ankle went so bad I had to ride my bike all the way across town with like one leg. So I'm like flicking the bike and flicking the bike. Yeah, it was the worst fucking thing ever.
The stuff you can do as a kid.
Yeah,
You
but the
know?
kneecap was the worst. Yeah, both times it was terrible.
So
Had to have my knee drained the first time.
you got kneecaps, all this. You've had a lot of
Left shoulder.
sprains and dislocations.
Yeah, some of my fingers don't go the right directions and they don't bend the same way.
You're kind of like 50 Cent.
Yeah, without all the money.
Without all the gunshots, just bruises
Yeah.
and eggs.
I probably got better rhymes to get me liquored up.
What's have a beer? Karen's
Yeah.
gone. We can do what we want.
Yeah.
How'd you do the knees? Is it a work related thing? Trash them.
First time it was I believe it was 6th or 7th grade band in football.
Okay.
Yeah, a buddy of ours that was a full grown adult when we were in 6th grade, 7th grade. Our starting quarterback was out on vacation. He's down in Florida.
Okay.
Our backup quarterback, second play into the game, got destroyed.
Yeah.
And I was third string.
Nice.
Come in, first play I get, sweep around the right hand side. I take it 40 yards for touchdown.
Damn.
Just-
look at you.
Scared.
Oh,
Just-
sure. Yeah. Running for,
I
for
weighed.
your life.
At some point, I'll post it on my Facebook the picture of me when I was playing. I looked like incandescent light bulbs with a uniform on. You know, like the strip lighting, you know, like the old school ones. That's what I looked like. And I had the Brian Bosworth stair step with the mullet. You
Well,
know,
of course you did.
'cause it was like 90, 91,
Why
something
not?
like that. But
Jersey cut off to about here.
no, it was just, but it looked like a flag on a pole more
Yeah.
than anything. Yeah, I looked like a coat hanger out there running around.
So you were running scared. I mean,
Yeah.
You just wanted to not
So-
get hurt.
Next drive, we get it back. Oh, I had to kick return too. Take the kick return up about 20 on the next possession.
Well done.
Get out there, same play, running the same sweep. Going to the right, our friend, still friends to this day,
Yeah.
he takes the fullback that's supposed to be blocking for me
Uh
and throws him like 7-8 feet and
huh. Oh.
hits me as I'm planting with that leg. So as soon as he hits me, I thought my knee went, but it was literally my kneecap just went pow to the
Oh,
side.
that's-
And yeah, as soon as it did that, you couldn't see my kneecap. It just, they had to take this giant ass fucking needle and put it in there and drain it. and shit.
How
I
old
got-
were you?
11, 12, something like that. Yeah. Maybe 10. I think it was 11.
Does it still like bother you?
Oh no, it's well. Then right after that, you know, I hit puberty way late. I hit puberty later than everybody. Like everybody was bigger than me in high school.
Yeah.
I hit all my shit like right as soon as I got out of school. I got taller as a senior.
Yeah.
Got halfway bigger or whatever bigger you want to call it. I put on 60 pounds and look like this. My buddies do it and look like fucking lard asses. That's the best part. But anyway, the next time I did it, flash forward, it was 2010, 2011.
Yeah.
No, it had to be before that. I think it was before my son was even born. So 09. And you know, like you go out there and it's all black, like one of those, like you're going down to the creek side and it's like fucking pitch.
Walk sideways.
And it's just slick mud,
Yeah.
right? So my wife just recently had work done on her meniscus, and I'm like telling her, you know, hey, it's super slick here, be careful. And before I even get all that out of my mouth, I got a Mountain Dew in this hand, I got sunglasses over here.
What?
No, I just straight backwards.
Yeah.
and sat on my own foot and did it
Oh, come on, man.
and did it again. It flicked over to the side again.
Ugh, gross.
She turns around
Oh, dude, this is
and
gross.
I can't physically pick myself up, so I have to reach my arm out and say, "Hey, pick me up, pick me up, pick me up." And as soon as she picks me up, I'm like, "Listen, I'm the one that's hurt. Quit crying."
Yeah,
Hey,
I
yeah.
need you to straighten
I'm
up.
calm as fuck, but in my
help.
leg, I can just feel like thump, 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 thump. Same thing happening. It swells all up. I'm
enjoying myself.
I'm like, if this
It's
is gonna
beautiful out here.
happen, it's gonna fucking be. I'm gonna just thrash it. I'm done with it. I just started walking out there.
Sure.
I'm like, how long is this trip back to wherever we're going? And I seat all the way back, had it lounged back, had this up here, ice pack whole way.
Oh my god.
Couldn't
man.
walk for like 2 days, something like that.
Yeah.
Fucking sucked.
Good lord, man.
No surgeries ever required, but
Good.
the tendons that hold my kneecap on, if I do a whole bunch of stuff, like if I go out and play a whole bunch, I'm fine until I stop. And then it's like having elastic out of the rubber bands.
Okay, they're tight.
I
It's tight.
can't go side to side
Yeah.
like worth a shit at all.
Damn.
So if I go play softball, I'm running straight lines. There's no me zigzagging.
Okay.
Yeah.
No lateral.
Yeah, no lateral shit.
No lateral movement here.
Basketball has been a thing of the past.
Well then, yeah, that's
Yeah, but I've never broken anything.
but you never broke. Yeah, so that they've not broken anything.
Dislocated my shoulder when I was in 4th grade playing dodgeball at Woodside, right? Dodgeball goes underneath the bleachers. There's enough space. I think I can fucking Pete Rose slide underneath the motherfucker.
Yeah,
No.
no.
I caught
Caught
the
ya.
bottom bleacher, dislocated my
Dang.
shit. Yeah.
Jesus.
The Butch, if I'm allowed to say Butch anymore.
Yeah, Butch.
The Butch gym teacher
Oh yeah.
picks me up by the opposite arm over here
got you.
and just goes, pow, and then just fucking sends me to the nurse's station.
Cool. That's why you got butchy ones, man. They're tough as shit.
And these kids fucking miss school. They got the sniffles. I'm like, I dislocated my shoulder. The nurse popped it back into place. Didn't go to the doctor and didn't miss a day of school that year.
Dude, that's like pro level.
Right?
Hop back out there
I
and
wasn't
start
getting
throwing.
paid shit. I'm like Brett Favre. He was taking Vicodins.
No
I just
shit.
got up and went to school.
I think I remember that teacher you're talking about. Yeah. But good for her. Good for you. Well, that's yeah, no, I'm lucky. I've never had anything broken. So,
Sorry, I ran it for a minute, but
oh, that's okay.
them's my break apart.
Hearing about people's that's part of the fun.
My middle finger, when I bend it, it goes twisted. They added about 8 inches of blacktop to 3rd Street Park where we played basketball at. Pulled, I mean, it was terrible.
Ah, man, and I've had friends who play on chain nets and they were younger and they were like in high school and they could get up a bit,
Your shot blocker, it hurts.
and then they had rings on.
Oh.
And I had a friend of mine, it yanked
It'll
one off.
peel. It'll
It
orange
yanked the
peel.
finger
We
off
always
the
would tell people
friend.
take their shit off because you'll orange peel. Yeah.
Yeah, man,
That's
it was
terrible.
it was bad. It was real bad.
We had a
So,
friend do that dunking once.
Ugh, I can't go too far into that stuff. I can never be a surgeon.
Oh, I know. I
can't
watched
handle
enough
it.
football with you that you're the turn away from the TV
I just
guy.
don't. I mean, if you were really hurt in front of me and there was a car accident, whatever, like I can
You'll zone.
hammer
yeah.
through it, man. I can help you. I'll stop the
Do you-
bleeding or whatever. Later, I'll pass out.
Do you think you were that way before your kid? Because I'm not 100% sure I was dive right into it before I had my son. Then I'm just like dive right into whatever.
The only thing I wouldn't say that changed for me, but what did change after
You start caring
I
about-
had my son and
You start caring about the well-being of others.
well, no,
That's what happened to me. I started caring about the well-being of others.
well, I think it was one until my milk came in, and when I started caring about others.
right.
But what happened to me, and it's still there.
Udders.
And whenever I hear a child scream, I just get
Yeah.
a little damp.
Yeah.
No, what changed for me, which was out of nowhere, and I didn't realize until 2 or 3 years after he was around, was I became completely afraid of heights.
Really?
Yes. So I had no idea, and I went with him and another
You
friend's
weren't
son.
before?
No, I mean like
You were never presented with heights?
I rode on airplanes. I remember being a kid and we went.
Yeah, airplane's a little different.
But also, like, we went to like Sears Tower in Chicago in 5th grade, riding all the way to the top. I mean, I look right at the edge of the glass, looking down. I never even.
I grew up
none of it.
climbing
Even
grain
bothered me.
silos.
Yeah.
I spray painted a bunch of shit on the old Colfax water tower a long time ago before they tore it all down.
in John Deere Green.
Yeah, right.
So that's what I noticed though. We were at Indiana Beach, which, if you're not from around here, is a amusement park. Been around for a long time.
Family fun park.
Family fun park. There's more than corn in Indiana.
That's right.
We got on the ski lifts that go
Yeah.
all the way across the park. I love that.
That's my favorite. That's my favorite part of Indiana Beach.
Yeah, you just sit there and chill, watch people, whatever.
People
I
watching.
Go with girlfriends. That's the time you're up there smooching, the whole thing. Man, I love it. It's great, man. You can see everything.
Tossing popcorn and cleavage.
There you go.
Yeah.
Throwing it where you can. The gondola at the end goes way up. You can see all over the lake. It's beautiful. Hope we get stuck at the top because I like looking at it.
The one end was right where the arcade was.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we take off, and it's me and him and then another friend's son that we took. And as soon as it took off and I looked down, I remember it hit me. And then the only thing I can remember is that like I start getting real like tingly in the middle.
Your whole entire abs just cramp from the bottom up.
Yeah. And then I'm sitting there, and then I'm just like,
did you feel like your bottom was dropping out of you?
I just felt like I was getting numb. Like it's usually, and I'm looking down, and they're both beside me, and then I'm just I'm like, okay, I know to keep looking forward is a thing that if people have trouble, and I was scared I was gonna like pass out and slide out of it.
Wow.
So I was just waiting, and as soon as we got to the other end, like, okay, step off, and I'm like, I'm never doing that again. And then I tried other things like the gondola wheel.
And that's only about 30 foot, 40 foot. How high do you think it is? 60?
It's like 30 foot high.
Yeah,
it's
not,
up
it's
there.
not too,
it's not.
too
Hey,
high.
yeah, it's not. It's not the Sears Tower. Then we tried the gondola wheel.
That's barely grain silo high, man.
I know.
That's crazy.
So I think it is just like an adaptive trait of I now have a child here and I need to stay away from the edges of things and not take chances. And
I was thinking more. I don't know because
not that about my clitoris or my milk. I don't think it's that. But yeah, that's what I've noticed. And even the point where 2 years ago,
like a vertigo kind of deal.
I just am just scared of it. I just have lost all want to do it. And it's really sad because now it's like, I told my son, I'm like, you don't need to be this way. I'm the one with a problem.
Well, mine's 15 now. I want to climb higher.
I want to
grasp how
I
far.
hope I do pass
Like,
out of
you
this
know
thing.
what?
Help me.
You know what?
The crazy thing was like a couple summers ago, we went just to fair.
Yeah.
And he's like, I don't know. It's pretty tall. I'm like, we've got to get on these because you can't be afraid of it. It's ridiculous. I'm like, I spent my whole life on these. And we get going to the top. And he's like, oh. I'm like, just keep looking forward. And so we're the only two people. I'm like, old people ride this. And we're the only two people screaming on this.
There's kids on the other ones.
Yeah,
You're over there just like,
we're white as sheets, like wave at mom, don't look at mom, look forward. And then of course he's like,
you're over there just.
He's like, do you think it'll get stuck at the top? I'm like, I can't lie to you, but unfortunately they let people off one at a time, and everybody has to take it from the top. He's like, no. Sure as shit, we're on the top. He's like, what do we do? I'm like, just don't move, just breathe deep. We got off that thing, no more.
You're supposed to be the one like setting the tone.
I
And you're
know.
just like,
We do other things that are wild and crazy, but just height, I can't do. That's what changed.
what about the one that's like the Ferris wheel with the cage and you can flip it up? Do they still have that anymore?
They still do, and I never did those.
I wouldn't do it at like a regular ass fair. I won't go to a fair anyway. I go there for elephant ears and then I bail.
Good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like,
Dude.
you know,
Yeah.
I remember getting on one of those with like a buddy or a friend that I didn't know wasn't into any of that shit.
Yeah.
And as soon as I get on there, this thing's going like, because me and my cousin would ride those things and get to fucking we get that thing to where like the guy would stop the thing and be like, you guys gotta like, it's just fucking going like this.
Hey, easy with that stuff up there.
Yeah, like we're basically unscrewing it. The worst thing for you would be if you was at the fucking ends of the pirate ship at Indiana Beach.
Oh, I've got a story about that.
Because I had one where my cousin grabbed my belt loop. He stuck his fingers in my belt loop to bring me back down one
That's
time.
me.
Yeah.
As a kid, I thought it looked really fun, and I went on with people that were older than me, and I sat sit in the very back. All right, awesome. And then, soon they were like half holding me, and I never rode that ever again.
Yeah.
So I was done with that a long
I
time
think
ago.
he grabbed. I think I was wearing like carpenter pants or cargos that had a carpenter thing, and that's basically my cousin grabbed me. And then a few times later when we were on it, basically did the same thing for him. His feet were where the damn handrails were at.
Scared the shit out of me
Yeah.
to come out of the sea. It was not okay.
They wanted to keep riding it. I'm like, I'm done with that.
Finished.
Yeah.
But I used to be able to ride them now. I can't, so I'm kind of grounded that way. Oh well.
You got topics you would like to discuss? Or
Well, let's see. A few to do. I thought we'd talk about that's a certain days of the week. Today is International Women's Day.
Casual Friday. It's always International Women's Day, man.
Yeah.
I think if women understand that we worship him, they wouldn't be so like
worried about having a day or
we don't give like women think like I'm not saying women think anything, but they
all women. No.
like no, I'm generalizing, but like the whole they all have to get up and make themselves up to go, and they get mad that we just go in there and splash some water on our face and are
Yeah.
out the fucking door. You know?
I like it with no makeup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of like you don't have to put on it because you're living a lie. You're out here putting
Yeah.
on. You're like, oh, guys lie and stuff all the time. But you lie when you get up after you get up in the morning and put your face on. Yeah, because there's some girls as soon as they take their and don't get me wrong, there's some girls as soon as they take their makeup off, you're like, wow.
Oh, they're
that
very different.
station that you'd usually see later at night.
Ponytail and sweats.
Yeah, and like, wow, look at her. She looks fucking fantastic.
That's what I'm saying.
Why do you have to do all that? You don't have to do all that.
I know it comes from thousands of
Just
years
accent it. You don't have to paint yourself up.
thousands of years of beautification.
Yeah.
That's what they're into. I watched a thing about the other day about into like the medieval kind of times. I mean, not like I don't LARP or anything. I'm just saying it's an interesting time. But you know, all the makeup and stuff.
It's a
that these
lot of
people would put
chemicals
on,
and shit. It's just chemicals.
they're
all
all
the time.
derivatives. They all had like mercury in them. And so all day they're sitting and sweating and getting mercury into their blood all day.
Like my entire life, I never really had
Urgh.
acne at all.
Yeah.
And I don't I don't overdo any kind of stuff. You know, the moisturizing stuff you kind of just got to do to keep yourself
Some
going.
normal stuff.
But I don't like put lotion all over myself all the time. It's just in
No.
my fucking body wash. It
Yeah.
just takes care of it. Yeah.
you know, we might joke with you about things you do, just like you do with
I
us,
always
right? mean,
one
it's
of the
okay.
things I would say if I've seen like a really, really, really beautiful chick, like a woman that's just fucking dropped, like any person, man or woman, would be like, that is an absolutely beautiful woman. I would
Yes.
always say, like, I'd always use like a Cleopatra reference. I'm like, that's the kind of beauty that people used to fight wars over.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a good pickup line if you ever get one that's out of your league.
Oh.
There you go.
I'd be willing to kill a bunch of innocent people in
bunch of
another
Athen-
country for
I would
you.
love to destroy a bunch of Athenians for you.
I'd be willing to destroy others' religions and kill their children for you. It has an allergy to water. Yeah.
Yeah.
She has an allergy to all water. Yeah, her yeah, I think I fooled Karen. She didn't really have a water heater.
Her thermostat was bugged.
Do you know what 212 Fahrenheit is for water?
It's double boiling, right?
It's just boiling.
Oh,
So,
that's boiling?
So
Yeah,
I was making a joke like she's taking hot showers.
Yeah.
But so she really, and this is only like, I don't know, I think it's like less than 100 people on the planet have this. It's very rare.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. There's a picture of another girl. She was an African-American
There
girl.
was one that would scream because she said it felt like there were needles getting shoved in her when
It's bad.
the water would hit him.
However, I saw one who was a woman who was an African-American lady, and she was like, yeah, this is really tough on me. And then this lady right here, this Lauren Montefusco or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, the other, if someday we'll have some visuals along with this. Let me just tell you, the joke would have been, hey, I'll just lick you clean. These just fucking gorgeous,
Gorgeous.
man. This is not some ugly.
Yeah.
She's allergic to stuff, so she's dirty and gross. She's a model.
Yeah.
She's hot. Oh my
But
god!
I'd imagine there's like a saline solution or something that you could do.
they've tried. Like, there's just not much they can do. It doesn't.
I mean, because
matter.
everything's
It's
water based.
really bad. It just would suck. But yeah, there you go. Even that. Oh man, she's gorgeous.
Of
Yes.
all the things to be allergic to.
We love the women. We love women.
Yeah,
We need
International Women's Day.
so
You're the reason we're all here. Fuck.
that's right. We love women. I'm all for the women. National
We
middle.
just don't like your fucking forms of basketball and your
Yeah,
sports.
but-
we don't care for your sports.
I'm
You're
glad you-
supposed to care for your sports, not us.
Yes, and well done.
Bill Burr's rant. Look up Bill Burr's rant on women's sports. That's all you got to do. Just
Yes,
look it up.
but well done. And just for a second, you're right. I just talked to somebody about this the other day. Is the bitch and complain is that, men's sports, women's sports, whatever. And then they've done studies. Women don't watch women's sports.
Yeah.
They don't do it.
No.
They don't sit around and watch girls basketball like you watch
That's
football
what
with your friends.
Bill Burr's rant's about. He goes, they'd rather watch housewives bitch at each other than that. Yeah.
or anything else. They just
Yeah.
don't care.
Yeah.
It's okay. You know what I mean? So
They're not as they don't. Well, the majorities of regular ass women don't have that competitive deal to them.
are into sports like that.
Yeah.
They don't watch regular sports
Yeah.
some. Yeah. So it's totally cool. National Middle Name Pride Day. What's your middle name? Do you want to share it?
I am Jim Bob.
That's your middle name?
No,
Oh.
James
Bob.
James Robert.
James Robert.
Yep.
Okay. Very good.
My
Is
dad's
it-
Jimmy Ray because he's Raymond.
Okay. Did that come from the Robert?
My
come
grandpa.
From, is your grandpa's
Yeah.
name was Robert?
Yep.
Okay. Mine was too. I think my grandpa was Earl Miller. So my middle name is Earl.
Earl. Yep.
My name is Earl.
You know,
Have you ever gone
My
by
name
your,
is Earl is the most. It's one of the best fucking sitcoms that's ever been in existence.
I watched it for like the first couple of seasons,
Oh,
and
yeah.
I had other things. I just moved on.
Dude,
but
it's great.
Jason Lee's a great guy.
Yeah.
Um,
The cops episode. Did you ever remember that one?
I don't remember. It's been a
They have
long
them
time
on
ago.
cops, like
Oh,
the
yeah.
episode, and they're all on cops. So like they're interviewing each one, and Earl comes out and they're stealing from this house, and they got him on video, and he comes out and he's like, "Oh, we're just helping our friends move." Then his brother comes out and he's whistling with a stereo in his hand. He goes, "Man, I love stealing." While the cops' cameras are there and stuff. Then they go into Crabman's house, and his grandma's there because he lives with his grandma, and he's got a whole grow room. He's like, "Yeah, he's a real green thumb. He's always in here working on his plants."
He's good at it. Well, my name is Earl. Fantastic show. Did you ever go by your middle name? You ever try that? Don't care. Yeah.
So when I hate it. So like when I was,
you don't like it?
No, when I was little, everybody called me, like when I was little, people called me Robbie. There's like 3 on one side, 4 on the other. It's a whole thing. Like 2 or 3 of them are juniors, and then my dad and my uncle. Yeah, I got 3 uncles that are named.
So your
James.
mom and your dad called you Robbie?
No.
Oh, never. Okay.
I was James or Bub.
Okay.
I remember friends used to call the house and ask for James, and my mom would holler out Bub. Right.
Yeah.
I had a friend, a redheaded friend.
Yes.
That would call and threw my mom completely off. Called and asked for Bub, and then she's like, "What? James?
Cartoon. James?
Yeah,
yes, it is. No, it's not. Yes, no, it's not. Yes, it is. Yeah.
Yeah, all right. But
So,
I was glad when we were younger. None of my friends caught on that they could have called me Jim Bob. All the way until I got out of school. It wasn't until I started working at the factory. He's like, "Oh, fucking Jim Bob over there." Yeah.
Avoided the Walton curse.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
It's funny because Jim Bob is the youngest one, and then I can remember I watched the Waltons for a while, and then the main character I forget. That guy's like a really famous actor, but he's like, "Yeah, we had a lot of fun, whatever." And we made fun of our names, and we would joke when we were writing and reading them out. Yeah, there was Jim Bob. He was the youngest. We used to call him Hand Job. He's fucking 7.
Right.
Go call his kid Hand Job.
The best though is there's an offensive coordinator in the NFL.
Yes.
And the Colts hired him a couple years back. He might still be one of their offensive guys, but his name is Jim Bob Cooter. His last name is literally Cooter, so his name is Jim Bob Cooter.
So when he's not running the offense, is he towing vehicles that are in the
right? Yeah, exactly.
Is he working on a V6?
Hazard County.
Well, I went by Earl one time. I think it was like my sophomore year, freshman year. I decided to I was gonna.
You were that kid.
Yes, this is me now. This is me now. So I did Earl. I started saying Earl. It never caught on. No one did it, but there was one kid, the person that you played softball against, was a wrestling champion here in town. He, to this day, if he saw me and I went to a reunion, he would say, "What's going on, Earl?" He called me Earl every single day.
So our friend that we called Earl, because that was his last name.
Yes.
He, for the longest time, even still to this day, I think it was 6th or 7th grade, had everybody over for a birthday party.
Yeah.
And my dad gave me a check. I'm like, I'm going to write a check for a bunch of pizza. And I'm explaining to this lady on the phone for Domino's, like, "Hey, my name is Jim Swinford, right? I'm trying to use my dad's check name. The name on the check is Jim Swinford, right?"
Yes.
And I spell it out for him too. We get it. And all these pizzas get here to come in a big stack. And they write your name on the side of every ticket, right?
Uh-huh.
They all start laughing. "Yeah, we got a new name for you, Tim Sinthorth." And you see it, and it says Tim, Sinthorth, Sinthorth. So I run it when I randomly just run into him. He's like, "Hey, it's Tim Sinthorth." I'm like, "What's up, man?" Like I had like my other, that's one of my other aliases. Some people call me Sinthorth. And they were just the 12 kids that was at my birthday party.
I remember people calling you that, and I thought it was just
you didn't know what it was.
Nickname.
Yeah, I always had to explain it. No, it was.
I just learned something today.
Pizza party at my house on a birthday.
So the person on the phone wrote that as your name.
And I spelled it out for him. Jim Swinford. That was the name on the thing. And as soon as I got it back, it said Tim Sinthorth.
It's tough when you call the Papa John's and Butcher Holler. God damn.
Right?
What'd you say your name was?
Yeah.
It's Sinthorth.
Sinthorth.
Let's see. Oh, this is an interesting one. It's National Freelancers Day.
That's kind of all of us at this point.
I know. Well, look around.
Yeah, we're all kind of freelancers.
This is very good. So if you're out there doing a podcast or doing your own thing, I know
whatever your hustle
behind
is.
the camera,
Whatever
he
your
does
hustle is.
freelances several things.
That's right. Cut them trees, mow them lawns.
Want to take a wager of where they ever pays me the most money?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
All
so
right.
freelancing work. What's interesting is on this website is that there's like little hearts, and they say like how many people like this day or whatever. So it looks like I got one more share. International Women's Day, 297 little hearts.
Freelancers Day.
We talked freelance is 5, but it's still some. The middle name day is 49, but then as we come to National Oregon Day, it's 0.
National Oregon Day.
Oregon Day.
Oregon's
Not Oregon
nice.
Trail Day. Oregon is nuts. They just
Nice.
Oh, nice?
Yeah.
Well, they just redid all their laws. They just passed a new bill. They just recriminalized all the drugs in Oregon. Yeah. Well, because their decriminalization, how they did it, it
Their
didn't
city,
work out
their
too
main
well.
city is the only one that's bad. The whole rest of the state's awesome.
Yeah, and I don't know. I think maybe now you can pump your gas there, maybe, or you still can't.
I don't know about any of that.
It's a great place for the Goonies movie, shot in Victoria. It's Victoria, Oregon.
I don't care for most of that.
Don't like the Goonies?
Nah, I like
Oh,
the
the
video
movie.
game.
The movie
Nah.
didn't like it.
No,
Oh, okay.
I don't get into like this.
I can remember this movie was. My brother told me I can remember I remember going to see this movie in Lafayette with my brother, and I don't know how old we were. Like at the time, it was probably like 8 is when this movie came out, and we went, and then I said, yeah, I remember that's one of the movies you took me to, and he's like, yeah, I'll never forget that fucking day. I'm like, what happened? He's like, well, I took you in, and I saw the previews, like you're saying, like I don't watch kid movies and shit. He's like, hey, it's all these kids going on an adventure and doing this stuff. It's made by Steven Spielberg, E.T. kind of thing. Like, oh, take you to see this. He goes, I walk in, and like in the third thing, somebody's saying like shit, and then the dick falls off the statue, and then this one's cussing over here. And he's like, man, he goes, I almost like walked and took you out of it. I'm like, damn, I didn't know it was. And if you go back and watch it, it's got some, but it's okay. But I like the Goonies. I don't buy the shirts. I don't have a poster.
I was into cartoons and shit when I was little. I liked He-Man and G.I. Joe and shit like that. But then as soon as I saw like a good war movie, I was just out on kid shit. I liked cartoons that were funny, like the actual,
One look at Pauly Shore and Son-in-Law, done.
Right? No, I think it was Platoon.
Man,
it was something like that, or
that'll get you off the cartoons.
or Hamburger Hill, or something like that.
God.
Because my dad would watch war movies all the time, and I just sit there and watch war movies. Every time I go to grandparents, they were watching war movies or westerns. So.
Man, you're watching China Beach, Dad. I'll be in bed soon.
Right?
I got to see China Beach.
Little Apocalypse Now. Yeah.
Man, there for a minute, that Vietnam stuff was hot.
Oh, yeah. Vietnam was great in the 80s.
It was hot. It was very hot. Well, James, we've come to the end of the Guaranteed Genuine Honest and 1 Hour Good Audio podcast. Sponsored by Wilson Farm Market in Arcadia. Again, crappy weekend coming if you live in central Indiana. Hop over there today. Feel better. Stuff yourself so full of food all weekend.
Or just be like me and work third shift, and you're just lucky if you ever fucking see daylight anyway.
That's true. All right.
That's
You got any big plans for the weekend? Do anything exciting before we leave?
I did all my shit last week. Oh, last weekend I went and saw Flog and Molly.
How was that trip?
Down
Before we
in
go, I
Brown
want
County.
to
It's
hear how it
pretty
went.
good. What was funny, I go to Edinburgh. Edinburgh has the outlet malls.
Yep.
So I go there and buy
Got
a bunch of stuff.
Beautiful.
And my $10 t-shirts.
Hey.
And ran into our friend Aaron Galashan, first store I go into.
Are you kidding me?
No, he finds me out and hollers at me. Him and his son went down to the show too. So we went down there and we hung out with them right before the show started. Ran into our other friend Dan. You remember our friend Dan that works with Aaron?
Yes.
Ran into him as well with his wife. They were rocking, dude. You should have seen them. They look so fucking cool. If anybody follows our friend Dan on Facebook,
okay,
they had the you ever see the Aldi's gear? Have you ever seen Aldi's gear? There was like a trend for a minute where Aldi's had like they were like bucket hats,
okay,
and like jumpsuits. They looked like straight out of 1980, and it had like the kind of like the Roland 808 looking stripes. But it was the Aldi stripes around the bills of the hat. So they looked like 1980 something.
All right.
But it's all Aldi's gear. So it's
Aldi
like,
the store.
It's like gray. Yeah. It's
all right.
But it was like sweet tracksuit. It was fucking nice, dude. They looked
the
cool
Jabberwockies.
I don't know what that.
Now, what is it? How many miles do you think from this town to Edinburgh, Indiana, is for people that aren't from here? How far do you think?
I never drive 65. Or I'm not saying Hagar, but like
yes,
Highway 65. I've never taken the interstate anywhere.
No,
so
you do not.
If you leave here and you go straight south, see, I roll out of Lebanon, but if you go straight south out of here, just 39 all the way down and then cut across,
like
it'll only take you about an hour and 20 minutes, hour and a half to get there, even if that.
Okay, that's like 100 miles close,
roughly. Yeah.
All right, so it's 100 miles away. So that's why meeting this person there was
kind of random.
Yeah,
it was random. Then he told me he's going to see some band too, but it was the opening band. I didn't know who the opening bands were. Yeah,
he was going to see the opening band for Flogging Molly.
Yeah, and we were going there to see Flogging Molly. I didn't even know who the opening band was, and he told me who it was. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to see Flogging Molly. Where's your show at? He goes, they're opening for him. I'm like, oh, okay.
Was it in Nashville in the little tiny theater?
It was the theater you were
that little
talking
thing.
about. There was a British band that had a girl that was singing at the start, and she goes, "Thank you for having us at your high school auditorium." Apparently, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
well, then go fuck yourself, Limey.
that's what
Go
I said.
fuck yourself.
It was too bad her music was terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was like it doesn't sound good because of
Bitch-ass
you,
bitch.
not because of here. The acoustics are great. Flogging Molly killed it. Yeah.
Cool.
And the band before them, I think they were like it was kind of like folky Irish kind of like that's what Flogging Molly is like punk rock kind of upbeat shit.
The Celtic feel.
But it's got like accordion, mandolin, shit like that, banjo, things like that, or whatever the other kind of little ones are. And then that band kind of had a little bit of the sprinkles of all that. But it was kind of like some of his stuff was funny. It was like kind of Tenacious D-ish.
Yeah.
Like if you ever listen to
No, yeah,
Tenacious D.
I'm with you.
Yeah,
Okay.
because acoustic but folky, but he was singing about joking stuff. One of them was about a relationship thing or something. I can't remember. But I had to go back and look it up to actually hear what the stuff, because everybody that was there that was a fan of them, you can tell some of them filed out after they were done. But they were like singing along with different parts of new shit that was coming up.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, yeah, all right, here I am. Yeah.
It's a sea shanty.
Yeah. But I was up there drunk, so I was having a good time.
They don't have to shipping off from Boston, people.
No, that is the Dropkick Murphys.
Okay.
And the Dropkick Murphys are fucking awesome.
They're
That
pretty
is my
good.
shit. Bagpipes with punk rock, that's my shit. I'll drive around and listen to that fucking full
I think I
blast.
sent you once, and I'm like, this is the worst song I've ever
I
heard
know,
in my
and I
life.
love it. I'm like, I'll listen to Tessie all day. I'll listen to that.
I like Irish stuff. I'm white and everything, and I just, God, there's just
Uh,
something about that song.
As
That's not the genre,
yeah,
but something about that song, I don't know.
to me, it kind of turned into a Smash Mouth All Star.
That's what I mean.
They
It seems
burned it
kinda
out.
poppy
They burned it out.
feel. Yeah,
Well,
that's all.
those 2 years in a row where the Red Sox were doing good and they fucking wore all those songs out. That's
Yeah.
where you got sick of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
I'm a pirate and my leg.
Like we're finally in the
Something about my
playoffs
fucking
after
eye.
50 fucking years.
parrots and
Listen to
stuff.
this song. Yeah.
Yeah, I can. No problem. Well, hey, you had a great time.
Oh yeah.
Super. Then you stayed in Columbus.
Yeah.
You didn't drive home.
No.
Cool.
No.
Were you able to enjoy the
Oh yeah. Festivities.
absolutely.
Festivities before and after.
wonderful. What a great time. Well, super. Live vicariously through you.
Sure.
I have nothing planned.
Nah, man, it's fucking
My son and I are going to play some music in Atari.
yeah.
That's it.
So I'll probably get 5 or 6 games in on some baseball or some Madden. Who knows?
It's pizza fish night, baby.
Yeah.
Well,
Casual
James,
Friday.
have a great weekend. We'll see you Monday,
Hell yeah.
and we'll be here earlier because fucking dumbass rules. So anyhow, this has been the Guaranteed Genuine Honest to Goodness 1 hour podcast, all sponsored by Wilson Farm Market and Frankfurt Beer Works. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Frankfurt Beer.
And I want to say for James, for Karen, and for Michael, be sure to treat other people how you would like to be treated. Lighten the hell up, and now you go make somebody laugh today and go get some chicken.